everyone, Zoomers. Zoomer Carolyn, welcome. Good to see you. Ardeen, hello, hello. Welcome to Sound and Yin, everyone. We adjust the volume of the music. My name is Becca. Glad to be here with you. And please share your name, how you're doing, and special requests for the practice tonight. So I will start with you, Laura, and on Zoom, share that in the chat for me.
Hi, I'm Laura. I'm doing well. I'm up for anything.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm Stephanie, and feeling good. Glad to be here.
All right.
Teresa, and feeling good, a little tired. But I guess maybe like hip openers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I always need those myself. And Becca.
I'm Emily. I'm feeling good, and I'll second the hip openers.
Okay, great. Thank you. And I'm going to go way back corner.
I'm Michelle, feeling good as well, and I'm up for anything.
Okay, thanks, Michelle.
I'm Adrian. I'm not pretty good today. I don't have any reports.
Okay, sounds good.
Hi, I'm Gabby. Looking forward to just kind of healing on a cellular level with that sound that comes into it, and like organ opening, that vulnerability that comes with it. Yeah.
Perfect.
Let me see. It'll go your voice this way.
Okay.
Thank you.
Please.
And I'm Wes, and I'm just happy to help you.
Thank you for helping me. This is my soulmate, special partner that I met when I was 17. Much older than that now. Aren't we all? Let's start in resting butterfly pose. I love this pose for arriving. So at home, if you don't have bolster, I think both of you guys do, but if you don't, if you're watching the recording, don't have bolster, just fashion a bolster. It's gonna go behind you lengthwise on your mat. And have your blocks within reach. Have your blanket within reach too. At home, if you don't have blocks, just use rolled up blankets or pillows or something. Sit right against the bolster so you feel it touching the back of your hips there. Then recline back onto your back. Lift and lower the hips a few times to get that low back situated because it's going to accentuate your low back curve. And if that just is too much right now in this moment, put the blanket under your bottom. So you lift your hips a little bit, okay? Then you'll butterfly the legs, bringing the soles of the feet together, opening the knees out to either side. Some people like to add block support under the outer legs here. And I like to tilt the blocks so they balance on an edge because I'm like the princess and the pea. Like I feel all those little bumps in the blanket and things. So you can get those blocks to balance on an edge. Or slip the big face of the block against your thigh and the long skinny face against your calf and get them to balance in between your thigh and your calf. Pretty comfortable that way too. Arrange the arms. Maybe you lift and lower the head, resetting the neck or rolling the head side to side. And if the blanket isn't under your seat, you could drape it over the belly to ground the body. I brought in a stack of extra blankets, so just raise your hand at any time if you want another blanket. I've got a whole stack over here. So. Notice the quality of your breathing. Notice what you notice. I invite you to reflect on your personal intention for your practice today. I find it helpful to notice what I need to shift. We're usually aware of what we need to shift, it's just whether or not we're ready to. Noticing what you're ready to release or change or shift in this moment. It can be big or small. And then inquiring, what do I want instead of that? How do I want to feel instead? Focusing on a positive quality. There might be a single word or a phrase that you're focusing on. As you breathe. If you're using a statement, I invite you to bring it into the now through your wording, I am or I feel, instead of I will be or I want to be. Yogis knew and know that intentions have organizing power. And what we focus on can expand or contract depending on our mindset and our wording. I'm going to give you some time here to breathe, focus on your intention. Should you need to change positions at any time, you'll do so. So listen to your body tonight. If it gets too achy in a pose, then it's time to change positions. Bring all the senses into your intention. What do you say to yourself? You're fully embodying your intention. What are others saying to you? What is the predominant feeling or feelings? And to 10x it, feeling thankful, as if it were already true now, because it is true now. Quantum field of possibility. It is. I am. You are. Got one more minute here. Remembering that you can change positions sooner if you need. deepening the breath. Now this posture is a restorative yoga posture. In restorative yoga, we'll be in this pose for 20 minutes or more sometimes. If you're feeling very yummy, comfortable, feel free to stay here. Otherwise, bring some small movements to the hands and the feet, wiggling the fingers and toes. As you deepen your breathing, start to move the limbs a bit. I like to bring my hands onto the outer thighs to help fold the knees together. And you can either rest there with knees bent for a few breaths, or take the feet wider apart and let the knees knock together for a few breaths before you come off the bolster. Yeah, stillness or movement. Take your time with the transition. Eventually, you'll come off of that bolster, remove it, and recline onto your back. And notice what you notice. Let the spine reset. Notice if you have the urge to stretch and move, or just be still. Follow that urge. Follow that guidance. About a minute here for free form. Responsiveness to those messages. The language of the body is sensation. And it's easy to get in the habit of overriding the sensations we experience because we have stuff to do. Or we have to be somewhere. But this is your time to slow down and respond to what you're feeling. 3 or 4 more breath cycles here. Just fans down a little bit. The legs are straight, bending the knees, bringing the soles of the feet onto the mat. Draw the knees in, hug the knees in, release that low back, add movement if you like. Good, releasing one foot at a time down to the mat. As you're ready, you'll roll to one side or the other. So you can come up to a seated position and situate some things. So, behind you on your mat, you're going to take your blanket. It comes off the stack about this size and shape. The way mine's folded, unfold it once, it's a rectangle. I'm going to drape that behind me where my knees are going to be. Okay? So we're going to be in tabletop position to start. On hands and knees, and have your blocks up front, at the front end of your mat. And have your bolster close by in case you want that. But now we're going to mirror you up here. So you'll bring your right foot forward and bring our left foot forward. And you're gonna bring both hands, so bring that right hand on the inside of the right foot. This is where the blocks are helpful. Coming into a lunge position here. Some of you might stay higher here. Some of you might come on one forearm or both. I have one student who literally lays down. I can't do that. But she'll put her torso on the floor, okay? You can also rotate that front foot a little bit to the side and or roll to the outer edge of your foot and place a hand on the inner thigh or knee here. One of the dragon poses in Yin Yoga. There are many forms of the dragon. Should you need to take a break, you will. During the Yin practice, we often experience a deep ache that's felt as, well, it's a deep ache or pools of energy, hot or cold spots sometimes. But you'll know if it's too much. Usually if you start to have feelings of concern for yourself, like you might not be able to do normal activities tonight or tomorrow, just shift against that, stretch out the hamstring by extending that front leg. I'm going to be coming around and doing a sound clearing for each of you. So just like we clear energy or spaces or ourselves by burning sage or Palo Santo or sweetgrass, you can use sound the same way. And so I'll pass it from ear to ear and from forehead to crown a few times. Deepening your breath. Really use your arms here. Use that arm strength to push the torso and the hips back. You start to stretch out that front leg. And you can either keep the hands on the inside of the leg or frame the leg with the hands. Maybe point and flex the foot. And breathe. Notice if it feels like a relief. Come out of that posture. In our yang practice, in our vinyasa practice, hatha practice, we strive to have symmetry so that the poses look the same on the left side and the right side, but not in yin. So as you're ready, you're going to slide that right foot back, come onto the right shin, step the left one forward, bring the hands to the inside of the leg, taking that foot closer to the long edge of the mat. Again, you can angle the foot 45 degrees, just depends on how it feels for your knee, or roll to the edge of the foot. As you're coming into your dragon lunge, make sure that back knee has adequate padding. So this side, you might stay higher, you might have a shorter lunge, maybe go lower. And if you have any ideas about adding extra padding underneath you, if you'd like an extra blanket, for instance, just raise your hand. I'll bring you one. We have several available. Remembering that you're in the driver's seat for your practice. If you get any signals, any warning signs, signals that you need to take a break, you'll do so. Healing benefits of sound and music are well documented. One of you mentioned before class started, you're looking forward to cellular reorganization that happens through sound and through yoga, through attention and attention. All the cells benefiting. slowly using the arms to assist. You'll push the body back, stretching out that front leg, point and flex the foot a little bit. Notice if it feels like a relief. You feel some shifting, some releasing. We're in the poses for several minutes at a time because that's when the phase shift occurs for the dense connective tissues. They require a minimum of 2 minutes to start to phase shift. Like water has different forms, ice, liquid, vapor. Connective tissues need some time to shift. You're going to be coming onto your back again as you're ready. If you need some more time here with this hamstring stretch, please take time for that. You can have your feet to me or your head to me, whatever you prefer, whatever makes sense for you. As you recline onto your back, just have those props within reach, somewhere close by. Might feel good to hug the knees in for a moment or twist a little side to side before we set up in our next posture. I love this next pose for hip opening. Doesn't really seem like it would be a hip opener, but it opens the lateral muscles on the side of your hip. There's 6 muscles deep inside the gluteal area that assists the gluteus maximus, gluteus, the other one. And when they get tight, the connective tissues get shortened. So this helps release the connective tissues, in turn releasing the muscles that perpetuate the hip tightness. So extending the legs straight out, and then take the feet wider apart so that each of your heels is going towards the lower corner of the mat. And now bring your right heel over to meet the left. And feel into that. For some people, if you have hip issues, if you've had a hip replacement or are going towards a hip replacement, that might be too much. Then you can inch the heels a little bit out of the curvature. And then inch your head and shoulders over to the same direction as your feet. Okay, so you're creating a banana shape with your body, a side bend. And you can extend one or both arms overhead, elbows bent. Placing a blanket, blocks, or bolster under the forearms is sometimes helpful if you have neck or shoulder tightness or any issues going on in your arms or hands. Elevating the arms a little bit so they're near the crown of the head or even forehead level can help. And then you have the option to cross one ankle over the other. And just explore that. I cross one way on one side and the same way on the second side because of skeletal issues I have. So if it feels kind of locked up, try it the other way. Any adjustments, so you're 5 to 10% more at ease here. Allowing yourself to settle. Opens up the side body that relates to the gallbladder meridian. When it's out of balance, we can get stuck in the head in what I call analysis paralysis. can get in a pattern of indecisiveness or just feeling overwhelmed. But when we improve the flow of energy through this line, the gallbladder meridian line, it improves our ability to step forward confidently, to be decisive, confident in our decisions, and move forward in life with grace.
Amana, we travel. Amana, we move. Amana, a distance. Amana, we have come. Amana, we travel. Amana, we move. Amana, a distance. Amana, we have come. We run a distance over ground. What is our love? We walk a distance.
Beginning with your breath, start to slowly unwind the pose. About a minute here to respond to requests from your body for movement or stillness. Notice any sensations, any movement of energy you feel in the body, mind. Only if you're ready. Sometimes we need more time for resetting at center. As you're ready, you'll find that basic Shavasana pose position, centering the torso and the legs on the mat. Legs extended, then take the feet wide apart so that each heel is going towards the lower corner of the mat, respectively. And then working towards your other side. I can't remember which side I think you start with. So just working to the other side. So bringing the heels together. Checking in, seeing if that feels like too much. If so, just inch the heels away from the corner of the mat a little bit. Lift the head and the shoulders, inch those over to the side, same side as the feet are going towards. And you can extend one or both arms overhead, elbows bent, with or without support under the hands, forearms, elbows. Again, if you've been experiencing any neck, shoulder, arm, hand issues, I would put a bolster or blanket as a little cushion and lift under those arms. If you'd like a second blanket, just raise your hand. I'll bring one over for you.
जब दिन के सारे डरते हैं और शाम में नारी आती है, दिल चुपके चुपके रोता है जब याद तुम्हारी आती है। जब याद तुम्हारी आती है दिल की धड़कन बढ़ जाती है। ये रात के लिए पूछते हैं अगन लग जाते हैं। Waiting for their time, waiting and calling out the rain to leave the sky down in the lowlands, masters of the field. We rise and in the
Gradually open your breathing. Slowly unwind that banana pose or straighten out the banana. Notice if movement or stillness is being requested from the body, mind, spirit. Our next pose is final relaxation pose, Shavasana. So please take time to stretch and move a little bit if that's what your body is asking for before you set up in your most comfortable position, which could be the position you sleep in. Several folks who like to practice downward facing Shavasana and rest on their belly because they sleep on their stomach. beginning with your breath. Notice how you feel, body, mind, and spirit. Give yourself a thank you for making time to practice, for self-care, to heal. And to realign with what's important for you, what's important to you, that heart center, your intention for your practice, bringing that to mind as you bring small movements to the body, stretching, yawning or faking a yawn. You're welcome to close out the practice in a reclining position, so just keep that in mind. As you're ready, you'll roll to your side, whichever side you prefer. From there, come up to a comfortable seated position. We'll seal in the benefits of the practice, uniting the palms of the hands together, bringing the hands to the spiritual, energetic heart, center of the chest. Thank your body, mind, breath, and spirit. May the benefits of the practice stay with you and expand outward from your being to other beings. Namaste, my friends. Please take your time with the transition. Need to recline back and do a little more stretching. Take your time. We'll be here. We'll see you either up front here or in the lobby. Thanks for coming, guys. I'm gonna keep that door closed just because it gets bright and loud out there sometimes. Thanks, guys. I'm glad to be back, yes. All right, talk to y'all later. I'm gonna leave the music going for you.